let's go. I really got the feeling today that everything is going my way. Now this is what I'm talking about. Every time I see your smile, it makes me shout. Let's go! Let's go! Nothing's gonna stop us today. Get on the bus or get out the way. We're cruising with the radio on. So turn it up to 10. Here comes our favorite song. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you find yourself. Welcome to another episode of IoT Tuesday. As you know, every Tuesday I bring you IoT goodness, demystifying what IoT is, what you can do with it, all the fun, make things, break things. I remain yours truly, Samala Drani. If this is your first time, thank you for making time with me. For the next hour, we'll be exploring a continuation of a series we started on the SeeedStudio XIAO MCUs. So, if this sounds like something that is of interest to you, kindly help us by hitting the subscription, bell. Go subscribe to the channel on YouTube and hit the notification bell so that anytime I release a new video, you will get it. So, we've been doing a series on the SeeedStudio XIAO family of MCUs, very tiny, MCUs, microcontroller board, and this particular one has ESP32 on it. We started by taking a look at setting it up, connecting an external sensor to it. We can read the data to it. Today, we want to talk about connectivity. So, connectivity plays a key role when it comes to communication in IoT solutions. You might want to be able to communicate between a sensor, all right, and the board itself, or from the microcontroller to the cloud or to some other system. And that's why communication plays a key role. For the SeeedStudio XIAO, it's equipped with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So in this episode, we'll be taking a look at the connectivity. We started some parts of it in last week's episode. If you missed it, actually last 2 weeks, if you missed it, go check that out and then join us. But then again, hey, it's always going to be available on demand. Before we get into it, let's go for the montage and we will get right into business. Stick and stay with me. Yeah, we are back, the only show that demystifies IoT to the barest minimum. If this is your first time, thank you for joining us. You can always hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel, let's grow it. So, couple of things. You might have noticed that my streams no longer go to Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, I think Telegram. That's because Restream, the platform I used to do the multi-stream to all the other channels, have upgraded their free plan that only allows me to stream to 2 channels at the same time. And therefore, from now on, until I decide to pay for the subscription, I will be streaming to LinkedIn and YouTube as the main channels for my live streams. So do make sure you follow me on these 2 platforms so that when I go live, you get the notification. Awesome. So back to today's topic. We've been treating the XIAO ESP32C3 microcontroller. Let me take you to the workbench, and as you can see, this is the board. This is a small board right here. I am using a XIAO expansion board that allows me to connect groove sensors to it. As of now, I have this temperature and humidity sensor connected to it, and we're pretty much reading data from it. All right. So today we want to do 2 things. We want to look at connectivity, and we'll take a look at the Wi-Fi connectivity and the Bluetooth connectivity. If we are not able to finish this, we'll tackle it in another video. All right. So Let's go to the workbench. Let me bring this up, and if you're joining us, just let's know you're present with us so we can give you a shout out. And also after this series, I'll start to do a project based on all these boards. So if you have project ideas you want us to do on the show, you can drop them in the comment section, or send them to me at any of my social media handles. So let's go ahead and open our Arduino IDE. And first off, we would let me open this as well. And then first part would be for us to try to look at what we have running at the moment on our board. Okay. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Bring that to my attention, and I'll try as much as possible to answer that too for you. So like I mentioned, so last 2 weeks we started looking at the connectivity side of things. I think we started doing the Wi-Fi, where we first set it up as a Wi-Fi access point, and then later on we set it up also we showed how to connect to the Wi-Fi. And I think I shared with you let's see, I shared with you, I think, yeah, this is what we have on it. So pretty much we've included the Wi-Fi library locally to it. We've set the baud rate. We've set it to a stationary. Okay, we talked about the Wi-Fi mode. So we set it to stationary, and then we make sure it's disconnected, wait a while, and then we printed connecting to Wi-Fi. And then we started the loop to, first start a network scan to be able to find the various networks we have. And if it finds any, it just displays, all the information about the network. So let's go ahead and open the serial monitor. I think we're good on the same ports, but before then, let's check this. Let's do device manager. Yeah, I just want to be sure of the I want to be sure of the port on which it is connected. Yeah, it's still on COM port 12, so we're good. So we're on 12, and it's the XIAO. Yeah, that's it. So let's go ahead and open the serial monitor, and let's clear the output, and let's see if I can hold on, let's see. Are we sure we have that on it? Oh, no. So I think we deployed a different one that connected to the, how do you call it, to the internet. Okay. So actually, I think this is the one we have on it. Let me look at the most recent. Where is it? Wi-Fi station. Let me see. No, not this one. Hold on. Let's see. Actually, let's deploy this one on it. We're going to deploy this one, and we'll see. So, quite straightforward. Okay. Today we will be. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead. So if you look here, let me actually hide my face so you can see it fully. You can see the progress on the right where my mouse is moving there. Okay. Let's see. Well, just we'll do that. Okay, this should be fine. This should be. Yeah, it's compiling. Yeah, well, so we're going to just compile this one on it, and then we'll see how that works. And then I'll show you another code that connects to it that allows you to connect this to a Wi-Fi. Now, once you've connected to Wi-Fi, pretty much you can now use MQTT, whether you're using RabbitMQ, HiveMQ, any of the variant of Mosquito MQ server setups, to send messages from this device to cloud. So whether it is Azure Cloud, Kubito Cloud, any of the cloud, we will see how to do that as well. I have treated connecting ESP32 devices to Microsoft Azure IoT Hub and IoT Central. I've covered that in several episodes. So if you're interested in that, just go subscribe to the channel and watch those previous videos. The process will be the same, right? We'll go through the same process of connecting this same ESP32 board and sending data to IoT Hub or Azure. But today, we're primarily going to see how to set it up. Wi-Fi first, and then we'll take a look at how to set up and connect to the Bluetooth on the ESP32. So whilst that deployment is happening, so it's a good practice, or it's a good way to understand how to leverage connectivity on some of these microcontrollers. I'll give you an example. Let's say you have built a system. Okay, you've built a system where you have sensors, right? I'll use Bluetooth for example. You have this, let's say, a small board like this, and you don't have the luxury of a Wi-Fi connectivity, all right, around where you have the deployment. Let's use a typical example. Let's say you have a gas monitoring system, okay, an LPG gas monitoring system, where if it detects some of these gases or a leak, you want to send a message or send the data to the cloud or something, all right? Now, because you might not have Wi-Fi access directly, close to, let's say, where where the cylinder is, but then you can use Bluetooth that can communicate maybe between your phone and the sensors on the cylinder, right? So that it will send that information to an app on your phone via Bluetooth, and then you can leverage the internet on your phone to send the data to the cloud or to do whatever you want to do, all right? So that's something you need to be one of the cool things about it. So I think we've deployed this successfully. Let's go Tools and open the serial monitor. There you go. So currently, the code we deployed on it, as you can see, started a network scan. Let me stop the auto scroll so we can see what it found. So it found a few networks. So those that are protected, you can see the Asterix. It found quite a number of how do you call it, Wi-Fi connections around. Okay, so let's close this and hold on. Let's see, Wi-Fi. Let's do open. Okay, I know we did another one. Let me go and find the one we did. So this is putting it in staging mode, right? The standard mode. So let's see. Let's open this. I think it's dev. I'm trying to find where yeah, XIAO series. Yep. So Wi-Fi connection. Let's open this here. Awesome. So this is the code. All right. This is a code. And now look at how easy and simple it is if you want to connect to Wi-Fi, all right, using the XIAO. So now if you want to connect to a Wi-Fi network and allow it to be able to send data via the internet to a source, I have done something here. I have put, so I have a configuration.h file here, and this configuration file actually contains the password and Wi-Fi ID, right? I have some constants in there that contain the Wi-Fi SSID and the password. Just for security sakes, I'm just hiding it out there. Okay, so I'm including the Wi-Fi library and then my config file. So as easy as setting your SSID and setting your password. Okay, then again, simple. You set the bat rate for your serial monitor. You wait for a while, and then we're trying to connect to it, and then it's as simple as Wi-Fi.begin, the SSID and the password. All right. Now, this is how you verify or you check if it's connected to Wi-Fi. So here, while the Wi-Fi status, right, is not equal to connected, all right, you're going to delay and print a dot. So it's going to continue to do dot 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 until it connects. And once it connects, it will tell us Wi-Fi connected. It will tell us the IP address, and then it will just tell us the Wi-Fi, the IP address of the local IP address of the Wi-Fi. All right, it's pretty much that's just okay. So let's check this out and then deploy it onto the SeeedStudio. And then now the next thing I would want us to take a look is now connecting. Let's see. So it's building. We just have that build. Let's see. And yeah, I brought the spec sheet and all that. Now the good thing about this one is that you can actually battery power this. All right, you can actually battery power this, so it's quite interesting. So let's do this. I'm trying to, okay, I'm just waiting. So it's loading behind my video. So let's do that. Okay. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to go ahead and then deploy it onto it right here. So that would be how to connect Wi-Fi. Now the next thing we want to do now is Bluetooth. Now, just like any other Arduino library, Arduino device that runs Bluetooth, you need to make sure you have the Bluetooth library installed. Okay, I think I already have it, but don't worry, we'll try to run it. If it doesn't work, we'll go back and then install the library, and then we'll try this again. So while this is working, I'll save it as okay, so you can see here it's being deployed down here. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this is done. So let me go ahead and open the serial monitor, and then let's see, what baud rate are we using for this one. Okay, so 115. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. 1152. Okay, so clear output. Let's see. Okay, let me restart. Let me actually, it's already connected. Okay, is because it was very fast. So I'm going to restart it. Give me a sec. And let's give it a sec. You see what will happen here. There you go. And let's see. All right, hold on. Let me actually take out the power and reconnect it. Okay, so connected, and hopefully this is actually connected. I have seen. Let me make sure COM12 that is there. Let's go to tools, serial monitor, clear the monitor, and then let me try to restart it again. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so let's do this. It's connected. I'll show you this right now. So I'm going to open. Let me go to tools, serial monitor. I'm going to put the serial monitor here. Okay, and then I will deploy this, and then let's come back to the serial monitor. So it's if you look here, bottom right here, is deploying, and I'll leave the serial monitor open so that it's quite fast. Once it connects, it shows quite fast and it doesn't stay, so you don't really see it. So just let's open this. I want to show you this, and then we'll go to using the Bluetooth. Now, what we'll need is we would need a companion mobile app, okay, so we can see how to send command from a Bluetooth device to it. All right, okay, so let's go. This is deploying, and I'm keeping the serial monitor up so that when it comes up, you would see it. Okay, yeah, there you go. See, do you see that? So that's it. So it's connected to the Wi-Fi, and then there's the IP address that has been assigned to it. Okay, so now this is as easy as it takes. So make sure you have the SSID password. The key thing here is Wi-Fi.begin, pass the SSID and the password, and then keep looking out for whether it is connected. And once it's wireless Wi-Fi connected, you're pretty much good to go to do any other thing you want to do. So you can break this down into modules. All right, you can break it down into modules where you have a setting part of the code that communicates with it. So let's go ahead and let's save this as in the same place. We'll just save this as so let's go ahead and do this. Let's call this one we'll call this Bluetooth. So this will be we'll just say Bluetooth scan. Okay, and then we'll save this, and then all I just did was just to save it as a new file, a new file structure. All right, and this time, because I don't need the configuration, well, I'll just leave the configuration any which ways. It won't hurt, it won't do anything. So let's go ahead. I'm going to borrow some codes. We'll bring this. Okay, we'll just bring this here. Let's see all the Bluetooth stuff. I know that some of them might not be found. Okay, but let's just bear with me here for. Well, you know what? Let's actually let's make sure that we have it. Okay, so I'm going to go to the Arduino libraries, okay, and then get the Arduino library, BLE library, okay. So this is it. This is the Arduino library, and if you don't know how to add some of these libraries, we've done this several times. So I'm going to go ahead and download the zip file for this. Let's just put it in downloads. Arduino BLE master. Let me save it. Let's close. Okay, I'll close this. Let me go into my file and just make sure. I just want to make sure that there isn't so this is download. I just want to make sure that there isn't any blocks on it, because sometimes when you download files from the internet, there are some blocks on it you need to remove. So let's do this. Let's go to properties. Yeah, let's unlock this. And you know what? I'm just going to extract it just to see. Sometimes there's a zip file within a zip file. Okay, so I just want to be sure that's not the case. Aha, you see it? So there's a zip file within a zip file. Actually, this is it. This is the source and examples if you want to. So if you open the examples, you can see peripheral central. You see all these settings. All right, but let's not worry. So this is what we have. So what you can do is from here you go to sketch, include library. This is it. So I'm going to show you this. All right, so you go to sketch, include library, and then you do this, add zip. Okay, so let's do that again. Sketch, include library, add zip, and then I'll go ahead to recent, which would be the downloads, and that would be Arduino BLE master. Okay, and then we'll open this. Okay, specific folder, zip file, that's all. So you see, so that's what saying the folder. So what we want to do is that you see the ones that the one that we extracted. Okay, so in here what you want to do is that I'll rather zip this one. Okay, so compress the zip file. I'll just leave it here, and I'll come to download, and I'll delete this original one, and I'll come here, and then I'll cut. There you go. So I don't need this any longer. Okay, good. So now this is the direct file that contains all the library. So we'll go back to Arduino, and then we'll do that again. So the same way, go to sketch, include library, zip library, downloads, and then where is that? Arduino BLE master. Okay, open, and let's go. So as you can see, it says library added. Okay, so if you go to sketch, include library, you can see Arduino BLE. Okay, and then even now, if you decide to go to file, examples, you should see where is that? Not the basics. Yeah, ESP32 BLE. Do you see that? So you see ESP32 BLE. You see the BLE here. So extended scan, multi advertisement, periodic advertisement, beacon scanners, client scan, server, write. Okay. So if I decide to do let's say extended, well, let's just pick one. Okay, there you go. You see it. So it has all of it: BLE.h, BLE utils, BLE scan. Okay, so it pretty much has all the stuff you need in here. Okay, but we will not go with this one. Let's try to manage it here. So I'm going to include, I'm going to leave the Wi-Fi. No, since this is not Wi-Fi, let's just take this out. Okay, so that we can keep it simple, right? So first off, what we want to do is that we want to set this up as a standard scan for it to be able to scan around and see any Bluetooth. So we need the Bluetooth .h. This is blocking. Okay, so we need a Bluetooth.h. We have the utils, we have the scan, and then we do that. Okay, so we don't need this. Let's get rid of this. Don't worry, don't forget that this is borrowed code. So you know what, let me clear everything out so that you can appreciate that it's just the basic building blocks of Arduino. There you go. All right, so let's save this. So our setup. Okay, before we go into the setup, we'll just go ahead and set a few things up for it. Okay, the scan how do you call it, time Okay, so I'm going to bring in some code here. So scan time 5 seconds. So BLE scan. Okay, we're creating some variables to hold stuff for us, and then we'll create a very simple helper class. Don't worry, I'll make this code available. So quite simple. My advertised device callback. Okay, so it's just pretty much anytime it receives a Bluetooth signal. All right, we just want to print advertised device. So if any device is broadcasting, or is Bluetooth is enabled, this will be a callback that will be called to pretty much just say, hey, we've seen advertised device. Okay, or what I can say, let's just change this. Let's say found device. Okay, so it's quite simple. It's just very, very straightforward. Okay, so anytime it finds a device, it will call this callback, and then it will show that. So now in our setup is quite common. Okay, so let's go to our setup. As usual, we set our baud rate. Okay, we just print something in the console, and let's go ahead and bring in some few settings. Okay, so there you go. Bluetooth device, we are initializing the device, and then the scan, which is the variable we created, is the Bluetooth device or get a scan. Okay, so we're creating a new scan, and then anytime we find, okay, we're setting its callback to say that, hey, use this callback function, which is the one we just created here. All right, here. So use this callback function anytime a device advertises itself. All right. Then we set the active scan to true, which means we are activating the scan. It uses more power, but then it gives us, faster results. You can see. Then we set the interval to some seconds, and then we set it to the window. All right. So let's see this. So this is just a setup, and then what we want to continue to do in the loop, just like in our Arduino, regular Arduino stuff, I'll bring in some code. We'll say, hey, the BLE results, okay, found devices will be the BLE scan. You see here, we defined it at the top here. All right, we defined it. So we're saying that, hey, all the devices you found, okay, from doing this, put them in the found device, and then just print devices found, and then found devices.get count. You want to get the count of it. We say the count is done, and then we're just clearing the results and then pretty much starting over again. All right, so quite simple. This allows us to scan through, okay, around, and this device is going to scan to see, hey, if there's any Bluetooth device open. So let's check this code. Let's make sure it's in good condition. Then the next thing we'll do is that the next option is you want to set it as a Bluetooth server. Okay, and why would you want to set it as a Bluetooth server? You want to set it as a Bluetooth server so that it can receive communication or instructions or commands from either a Bluetooth application or other Bluetooth enabled devices. So imagine if I have 2 or 3 of this XIAO MCUs. Okay, I can let one be a server, and then the others be for lack of a better way, say client or slaves. All right, and this will be the master, and then each of them could be connected to different sensors or different things, and then they will be able to report that data via Bluetooth to the server, and the server can now decide to do whatever it wants to do. So imagine, whilst this is processing, let me take you to the bench real quick. So you realize that at this point, we have first of all, we have a temperature and humidity sensor connected to it. Okay, so if we set up the Bluetooth, we'll be able to send the temperature and humidity data from here to a connecting Bluetooth application. Now in the server mode, what we can also do is that once it's a server and a Bluetooth application, whether you build it with how do you call it? There's this MIT inverter, app inverter, or whatever you build it with. you'll be able to send command from your Bluetooth devices to the server. So imagine if we have a relay connected to this, a light connected to it, or any other external sensor connected to this. I can now use a companion Bluetooth application to send command to the server, and then it will respond accordingly. Okay. If there is time, I'll show how to do that. But then if there isn't, we'll do that next week. We'll see how we can leverage Bluetooth to help us. Okay. Is not a member. Let's see. So we have an error. It says, let's see. Okay, so you see, so look at this. It says multiple. So let's see this. It says let's see. Yeah, so this is something that I handled the other time. Okay, so it's quite straightforward. It's found multiple versions of the file. So it says BL descriptor in file, updater local. Let's see, ESP32 BLE client.h. So let's go. So it's either I have much, like I said, I probably already installed it. So you see, it says get scan is not a member of the BLE device. So we have multiple libraries were found for BLE device, right? So this is what they used. They used the one found in user here in my libraries. Okay, so let's actually go there. But then if you realize there's another one, 115 ESP local Arduino libraries BLE. So there's one here. Okay, so what I'll do is this is quite common. So I'll go to this location, which is where I have all my Arduino libraries, as you can see here. So I'll go here and I'll look at date modified, and then there's this BLE master. Okay, so I'll go ahead and just delete it. Don't worry, it won't kill us. So I'll just go ahead and delete it. Or hold on. So it used that one and it didn't find it. Interesting. Okay, so you know what? Let me there are actually a few of them. Okay, so I want to do some elimination. I want to do some elimination by rough tactics. Yeah, I get this a lot of times. So this is the first location. There's also another one here. There's another one here, which is also not used. So if you look at the errors pretty carefully, it says that it found two, actually there were three types. Okay, so document, Arduino, libraries. Okay, so it found, this is the one it used. Okay, it used this one. So this is the one it used. Okay, but even for the one that it used, it couldn't find a few things. So what I want to do is that I'll go ahead and remove a few of them. Okay, so let's go to this location, and there you go. Okay, so there's another one that just says Arduino BLE. Okay, so let's see by name. Let's do by name again. Okay. So there is Arduino BLE Fermata. There is this Arduino libraries. Yeah, so there's Arduino BLE here. All right, there's one here. So this is it. Sorry guys, so there's one here already. Okay, so we've deleted the first one. Okay, and since we've deleted we've deleted the one it used, so I'll try to compile this again. Now the reason I'm doing this is that if I try to compile it, it would, if it didn't find the libraries, it will give me an error. Okay, so that would mean that oh, the ones that I'm using doesn't have it. Okay, then I'll go ahead and I'll either just cut it from where it is. Actually, let me open a different file explorer, because I'll temporarily move it. Okay, so don't worry, I just have I'll create a new folder here and I'll call it Arduino _temp. Yeah, the case doesn't matter. Okay, now, so what I'll be doing with this folder is that if after processing it finds, it says an error, I'll just copy the folder and put it here temporarily, remove it from the Arduino libraries path, and then we'll run it again until it's cleaned. I think it's even time I cleaned all this my Arduino libraries. So and then once that is happening, the name of the tool that we'll be using is called Light Blue. Let me see if I can copy the link address and bring it here. Let me show it to you. Whilst so I am using an Apple. There's also one for Android. So Light Blue is a simple Bluetooth application that allows you to do Bluetooth development, right? So for instance, in this case, where we want to be able to send data to and from a Bluetooth application to, a Bluetooth supported device, you can use Light Blue to do it. It has all the things for you. So for the purposes of this session, we'll be using we're using Light Blue, okay, to allow us to communicate with our device. Okay, so just have that at the back of your mind. I've already downloaded it. It's on my phone now, so cool. Okay, so now did you see what happened? It compiled successfully. So it compiled successfully. So now let's go ahead and I'll now deploy it onto the board. Yeah, and if you have any questions, yeah, feel free. Don't hesitate. Just let me know. So that's happening. Let me just make sure that I have where is that? Yeah, there you go. So I have it running on my phone. Okay, so this is running. Actually, let me open the serial monitor once. Okay, the port is busy. Boom, that's happened. Okay, so let's open the serial monitor. There you go. So check this out. So now look at all the devices it's found. Yeah, I have a lot of beacons in my room, so it's found a lot of them. Office speaker, contact IO. So you see, if it's found a lot of, what's that, Groove? Oh yeah, even my light. It's found my light. You know what? Let me just disable auto. So there you go. So you see, it's found, lot of devices. Okay. So so that is it. So I'm just going to save this. So this is putting it into the scanning mode. All right. Now, the next thing I said is to put it in the server mode so that it can receive messages from devices. So let's go ahead here. I'll do file save as, and I'll change this to Bluetooth server. Okay, so pretty much the concept is the same. So we need the BLE device, we need the utilities, but this time we will not need scan. Okay, we will not need scan, we will not need advertisement, because we are not listening to any other, but rather what we are doing is that we're setting it as a server, which is going to be which is going to allow connectivity from other devices. Okay, so let me go ahead and define. So I need to define, so we don't actually even need this. Okay, I'm going to define two constants. Okay, and this have to be unique. So let's do this. It could be any GUID. All right, so I'll just go and do random GUID generator. I'll generate two GUID, so I just need one. Yeah, it can be dash. Actually, let me just do two and just generate it. There you go. So I'll copy the first one and I'll set this one to the first one. So these are constants. Okay, so I'm just trying to say that, hey, I use this to uniquely identify my server. All right, and then the second one, we can do this solid. Okay, so I have two GUIDs. You know what, to make things a bit look nice, let me align them. All right, good. So now I have the GUIDs. We don't need you anymore. Thank you for your service. And then I still need a callback function. Okay, so I'm going to create a new callback class. Let's borrow some code and I'll explain this. So again, this is the callback, is the Bluetooth. Now Bluetooth BLE characteristics callback. All right, so void on write, it receives the characteristics and then just pretty much writes them out. Okay, so any value it receives from any connected device, it will just print those out. Okay, so look at it, it's quite simple. It doesn't return anything, it just writes the standard output. Okay, now so for our setup, it's pretty much the same thing. Okay, we can set our serial.begin. That's fine. Where is our, okay, so I mean, for the sake of, we'll just go ahead and say starting server, save this, and then we don't need, we don't need the whole of this. Okay, we don't need the whole of this. Oh, I don't even need the whole of, yeah, let's remove the whole of this. Ooh, there you go. And then here as well, we don't need this. All right, so setup, we set the baud rate, we just say we're starting the server, and then we can actually give it, you can give it a name, you can give the device a name. So let's call it IoT Tuesday, IoT Tuesday ESP32. All right, yeah, so let's say IoT Tuesday ESP32, that's a name. So we'll see this IoT Tuesday ESP32. All right, and then we'll create an instance. We'll use this to create an instance of a server. So there you go, Bluetooth server will be create an instance from it, and then we will initialize it with the GUID we created. Do you remember that we created a GUID here, service, UUID. So we're initializing an instance of it with the UUID. And then now let's set this up so that we can actually start to receive stuff from. Okay, so there you go, nothing fancy. So we're just setting the characteristics. All right, read write. Let me bring some more copied code here. Quite simple. What we're doing is we're just setting the server up so that we can respond to messages that come to the server. So here you can see anytime we receive data, we're setting the callback to my callbacks, which is what we created up here. And then now anytime it receives, all right, anytime we receive a value, okay, first of all, we can set hello world with it when we receive it, and then we can start the service, right? And then it will start to do the advertisement, and it will start publishing itself as well. So we need to, so this uses it to publish itself to say, hey, you can connect with me. This is, and then, you know, we can put if we want to do any other thing, we'll put it. But right now we just have to wait, just give it some time for it to do whatever we want to do. Right now we're not doing anything crazy. All right, so let's go ahead. And now in the meantime, let me go and bring reflector. So reflector will allow me to, let me clear this. So reflector will allow me to connect my phone. Let me make sure that my phone and let's change this. Give me a sec, people. Okay, I just need to make sure that my phone and the computer on the same Wi-Fi network, and then I can use reflector. Okay, there we go. Okay, so whilst that's happening, let's go and make sure that our code is fine. So the code here is 7993. So let's wait for it. Okay, so it's connected. Yep, there you go. So yeah, let's see, full screen. There you go. Oh, okay. Well, not full screen. So, well, full screen is going to take away all the other stuff. My apology. Yeah, this is what I wanted to do. Okay, solid. So as you can see, this is my phone. Okay, and as of now, let me reduce this here. So we can, let's reduce this. Let's reduce this. Let's reduce that, so that we can see. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So I want to put the Arduino IDE and my phone side by side. Okay, so that we can see. Let me just take myself off so you can see my phone on the side. So right now, what you're seeing here is the light blue application, and then it's literally showing all the Bluetooth devices around. Now remember that when we created our device, we gave it a name of IoT Tuesday ESP32. This, okay? So if this code validates correctly and we're able to deploy it onto the SeeedStudio, now the SeeedStudio should be emitting itself under the name IoT Tuesday ESP32. Okay, and then we should be able to connect to it here. All right, and then once we connect to it, because we've set it to readable and writable, we should be able to send and receive data from it. Okay, and okay, okay. So this compiled successfully. So let's publish it. We are almost behind time. Okay, so what we'll do is that next week, since we're almost out of time, next, at least now we're seeing how to connect both the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth. So next week, what I would share is how then do we send commands from a Bluetooth app to control, to control devices on the SeeedStudio. Okay, so let's wait for it to deploy quickly, and then we should see it in the list here. So let's see. So don't worry, we'll at least we'll be able to we'll be able to connect to it. we'll be able to connect to it and then see how it works. So you see that it's quite interesting. Okay, so it's deploying 22%, as you can see. Okay, 100%. It will do a pin reset. There you go. All right, so now it is running on it. Okay, so let me go ahead and open the serial monitor. Now I'm putting the serial monitor here for just for a purpose. Okay, now do you see this IoT Tuesday ESP32? That was the name of it. Okay, so let me put the serial monitor here, and now let's go back to our app. And then let me refresh this. Actually, you know what? There you go. Do you see that? See, this is it. IoT Tuesday. This one, IoT Tuesday ESP32. All right. That is how we set it. Look at it. The name right here. Okay. So let's select this. And there you go. All right. There you go. So now it is connected to it. Okay. And because it's connected to it, we can see a lot of information about it. Okay, so we can see that let's see where the readable and writable sections are. So we've connected let's see the virtual device. We don't have any. Let's see the logs. Okay, so these are just stuff coming in. So let's go here, peripherals. Okay, so there you go. Now, so you see, so these are the properties. So the properties for the device we set here, can see read write. So if I open it up, see, if I open the read write section, okay, this one we're not doing any cloud connection, but the two properties for read write are here. Okay, now if I now want to do in like understand what's happening, let's say write new value. Okay, I think this is already set up for us. We have the data values already set, so we can easily set. So let's do this. Let's write values. Okay, so we have to, let's go to write values, and then let's we should probably would have changed. Give me a sec. Let's see. Let's go back. You know what? Let me change this here. Let's not do this. Written values. No, we're not connecting to any cloud service. I need to change. Let's see. Just a sec. I need to pass this in here and escape it. I want to change the values here, so I don't have to set it. I don't have to set it into some other thing. So hold on just a sec. Let's see. So let me go back here. It's not advertising anything yet. Okay, that's fine. Let me see the settings. That's okay. Okay, that's fine. It's connected. We are okay with it. Okay. Okay, so it's I need to set the character, but let's see. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to write something. Okay, I'm just going to write something here. Then keep your eye on the serial monitor. Okay, most of these things communicate in hex, but there's a way to convert it. Remember, this is an already built application. So let's try something like this. 0A 7. Done. Okay. So now do you see that? Check what happened. So because I entered something, it came in here. All right. Let's just do something something crazy. Something just I won't say I won't say anything crazy, but let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let me see if we can. Okay, so we sent, if I type it, I will send it again. So let me do this. Let's bring something here for the sakes of so let's just say hello in hex. So okay, so you see it. All right, so I'm going to write a new value. I'm going to write exactly what is there. So let's do 48656. So 48656. Oh, hold on. Let me bring this out here. Okay, so you can see what I'm typing. Good. So this is 48656. 48656. C6. C6 C6 F, and then done. Do you see it? So now I've been able to send hello here. Do you get it? So now I'm using my phone as an app to interface with our SeeedStudio. So I've been able to now send commands from this already designed how do you call it, mobile app that speaks Bluetooth to our SeeedStudio. Okay, all in less than, I mean, look at the code. The code is not, is not anything, nothing pretty much complicated. All right, quite simple. We define its characteristics, UID. We define the service UID. We tell it, hey, this is a callback. Anytime something comes, you print this, and then you print the value, and then for each character, okay, that is returned, print everything together, and that's it. So that's just what we saw. Okay, so if I go back to the serial monitor, that's what happened. So it prints, first of all, it prints this, the new value, and then the value itself, and then closes this. That's all it does. So next week, what I would share with you, okay, so next week, what I'll share with you is now how to send commands from your phone via Bluetooth to your SeeedStudio to do something, right? So it could be either to how do you say it, to send temperature or humidity data, or to turn on an LED, or to turn on how do you call it, a relay. All right, we'll see how to do that. But as simple as being able to use a phone communicating to your SeeedStudio via Bluetooth to control it. Now, once we're able to do that in next week's episode, then the stage has been set for us to use it in a mini project, and then that will be what we'll be doing for the rest of the season till we build that project. All right. So if this sounded like something that you have interesting and you want to do with me every Tuesday, then I'll plead with you and encourage you to connect with me on LinkedIn and connect with me also on YouTube. Go to the page, subscribe, invite your friend to subscribe. Let's learn together. Let's hack together. Let's make together. Until I come your way again next week, I still remain Samala Drani. Let's make the world a better place with tech. Stay safe, stay cool. I'll catch you next week.